Hey, real quick, shout out to all my Chilean viewers out there. It's been about 2 months since my last video on Blue Heater 2. Pretty much I said the game had a lot of potential, but it has some major flaws in it. So now the game is fully released, we still have my character here, Fenugreek Dave. I'm really curious to see if they fix a lot of the stuff that I mentioned, or maybe some other people have mentioned. Alright, we're back again with the cutscene. Maybe this time the cutscene will have more significance to the game than the last time. This is literally just the same cutscene. Alright, we're moving on. Before addressing the elephant in the room, let's take a look at what they've added first, which is a map and a compass. Is it necessary to have both? I don't think so. I think either have a map or a compass, but I guess both is fine if you want extra navigation. And speaking of the compass, this looks hideous. Look at all the exclamation marks at the top. This just screams unorganized. Look at all of this. So if you couldn't tell, there is absolutely no difference in the new player experience at all. I don't even remember how to get my weapon out. So again, there's no tutorial, no indication of what you're supposed to do. But let's take a look at the map real quick. The map looks fine. I really don't like how the quests are just kind of everywhere. I'd much rather these quests be found on your own rather than it just be in here already on the map. That's kind of lame in my opinion. I honestly thought this game was going to release a lot later on than I thought it would, because there's not like an early access tag on it or anything. It just says release. So if we're going by the textbook definition of release, the game is fully out, which is pretty concerning considering you're releasing a game without a tutorial. That's really strange. So another thing I criticized this game for heavily was the quest tracking being pretty bad. If I remember correctly, you could only track 3 quests, and if you took another quest, it would just remove a previous quest you had. So I'm gonna see if that's still the case or not. Yep, it just removed the other quest I had, so let's say you already have 4 quests tracked and you're in the process of completing one, and then you go off and you take another one. The quest that you had progress on is just gonna get completely overridden by a new quest that you just picked up. I don't think I need to tell you guys how terribly designed that is, and the fact that it's still here in full release is absolutely insane. Alright, I did the quest that allowed me to get all the different types of weapons in the game, and it looks like all the weapons are still the same. These are also still the same AI generated pictures. Last time I played this game, I think I used the great sword, and I think I used 2 skills in total. I think I might switch it up because I really don't want to go through that again. You know what? No, screw it. We're gonna go great sword again, because if this game is fully released, then I'm expecting there to be some more skills with the great sword, because full release means more content, right? Surely that means I'll have more than just 1 skill or 2 skills for the entirety of the new player experience. Surely, right? Oh my god, it even tells you where the campfires are. The addition of the map is cool. I think it's revealing too much. One of the things that I liked about this game last time was the fact that it was like an open world, you know, and you had to go explore everything on your own. Don't get me wrong, you can still have the map. I think the map is a good addition. Don't have all of the quests just out there already for you. And I know you can turn off the icons here, I know, but you shouldn't have to. I want to explore the world because I find the world interesting. I don't want to explore the world because I know there's something interesting. You know what I mean? Alright, I've reached level 8 and I'm gonna go down to the cellar to see if there's anything new with this dungeon. Because the last time I did this dungeon, it was the most boring thing I've ever experienced, and so far it seems to be the same exact dungeon. This is gonna be such a slog to get through. Hooray, I did all that for an upgrade crystal. Oh my god, that was so boring. Okay, so if that dungeon hasn't changed, I'm assuming none of the other ones down the line have changed either. So that's cool, I guess. I decided to do some on-camera and off-camera mining to level up my character. I eventually got to level 16 and realized something. I'm wasting my time. There's no other way to sugarcoat this. The game is in the exact same state as it was in the beta phase. I'm literally playing the beta version of the game even though it is advertised as a fully released product. I guess I shouldn't be expecting much from Roblox developers, but this is laughably bad. The original concept for this video was reaching a high enough level to experience most of the content, because I really wanted to give this game an extremely fair shot and come to an almost review-like conclusion. However, None of that happened. This game is so boring and monotonous, it's not even worth it to get to the second floor. This game could have the most amazing endgame content conceivable, and I wouldn't give a shit because the new player experience is that bad. You know what the pros and cons are for this game? The same exact ones I had in the last video, except now I have to add more things to the cons list. So here are the pros. And here are the new things that I'm adding to the cons list. Boring gameplay, awful dungeons, and they turned the game from an MMORPG into a glorified kill quest game. How fun. If you're gonna play a Roblox game that's similar to this one, go play World Zero. At least the combat in that game is better than this garbage. And here's a fun fact to throw at you. Someone in my last Blue Heater 2 video commented how the devs basically killed their own game and how they can't take any ounce of constructive criticism. At first I thought this guy was just spitting a bunch of baloney, and I was thinking that, well, anybody can say that, you know, where's the proof for that? But after experiencing this horrible excuse of a game that doesn't even deserve its player count nor its like to dislike ratio, I completely agree with them. In short, the game isn't worth playing. Go play Roblox Stick Fighter instead. Thank you for watching.